Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into the big one, Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet AI, and thank you for joining me. It is a recording, not a live stream today. We are on contraction alert at the dojo. The next time I talk to you, I may be a proud papa. We're not heading to the hospital yet. I'm not putting that off to make an episode. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close, and so I decided to record this one rather than running off in the middle of a live stream while you stare at a green screen. Um, Anyway, I miss talking to you guys and bouncing ideas back and forth, having you tell me when I do something wrong, which I mean never happens, but sometimes you guys pipe up and maybe point out a few things that I could have done differently. But I, certainly love the live streams, and we'll get back to those very soon. Very soon, maybe have a little baby on my lap, teaching her all about the Eastern Front. So anyway, the last time I was with you, we were moving down the front as usual. The main things we need to do this time is allocate what we want to do with this stuff that came out of the reserves. We have nothing back by Berlin, so it's not any, new reinforcements. These are rebuilt divisions, refurbed, however you want to put it. We put them back in the reserves. They come back out with, around 90 on the TOE. Uh, they're not perfectly intact divisions. We're a little low on artillery and anti-aircraft. Basically, any of the heavier guns, we just don't have a lot of those being produced at this time. Our big worry is here in the center because, of course, I've got the Hungarians guarding the gateway into East Prussia. We're going to have to rectify that. But let's go back up to where I was. Now, don't forget, I tell myself. That was note to self, you just heard. There's a few places I want to go back and look at here. It's never a good sign when you say, well, you know what, I'll come back to that. Hold on, I'll come back to that. And you keep doing that all the way down the line. That means your line might not be great. But we were a little south of here, but I'm going to start right here. We have this mech unit here, the 4th Panzer Grenadier Division. Now, I did move it. You can see that it's only got 48 movement points. It starts with 50 naturally, unless there's a fuel problem or, other supply problem, logistics problem. So I do believe I moved this forward a hex and put it on the line because I was a little worried about this hex right here. It is a clear hex, and as you can see, we've got some swamp hexes that we're not in that I probably prefer to be in, but we've got level 2 or 3 forts, and I'm just not going to give them up, not at this point. We're just going to have to make do with the hexes where we landed to build this line. So we've got this. You can see the 23rd ID is giving us 13 on the defense. The Panzer Grenadiers are giving us 23 on the defense, altogether 36. Is that enough to hold? Well, I hope so. They would have to attack across the river here. We also brought something in here, if I remember correctly, one of the divisions. We've got 12,570 and 11,082 here, so we've got about 24,000 men or so, just shy of that. We've got a 54 on that TOE. That's not so good. 68 on this one. These guys aren't great, certainly, but they are in a swamp hex, so you can see how much that helps with the defense when you actually are in a swamp. Now, this division is a real problem. You wouldn't think so. I mean, it's got 13,000 men. It's 67 on the TOE. That doesn't seem critical anyway. However, they're out here in a clear hex kind of all on their own. And, we've got all the Panzer Grenadiers up here helping out into the passageway into Riga. This one worries me. This division's actually, quite good. It's also sitting in a swamp. That never hurts. It's 15,000 men, 81 on the TOE. He's sitting here like a rock. Uh, What is that song? Oh, okay. I was gonna sing an '80s song. I won't. Like a rock. No, 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 no. That's a Chevy commercial. Anyway, 18,000, 19,000 men sitting here. Not the best two divisions you've ever seen, but I'll take a 47 at this point in time. That's in the light woods, and then we get down to this. This is a clear hex. I would much rather they probably be here in the swamp. Now, do we give up a level 3 fort? We could do it and still be every other hex, right? I mean, we could back up one. I don't think I'm prepared to get out of that yet. It's going to fatigue them. It's also going to, use a few combat prep points. It's going to give up a level 3 fort. But this swamp hex is probably better. As is, even though this is a clear hex, it's behind a river. That's probably better. We're in a swamp there. We're clear here. There's nothing really around this area that's, well, this is more defensible, but we can't leave that big of a gap, obviously. So this is the problem right here. That's a problem. And as we go north, we've got, well, we've got this as a problem. I even had to put a field division in here just to give it some extra men. Is this? That's a clear hex, yeah. So that's problem number one, probably. Then problem number two is a little lower. Now these guys, I believe, are in the light woods. It's a pretty damn good division. But hey, I mean, the light woods just aren't as defensible, so they throw up a 27 against, a decent amount of Soviets there. This little this is a dog leg here as we go around the line. Now we've knocked something out of here. Anyway, let's keep going south because we could go back up and over that, a million times. And I think it's better just to keep moving on. But those are some of the things I want to go back and look at before we actually turn the turn, which I'm hoping to do with you guys probably on Sunday. Conditions warranting or allowing it. How about that? 59. Okay. I mean, this this division has got to get out of here. What is the TOE? 38. Yikesy. Okay, so this is the one I was saying. I mean, I would much rather it be in the swamp. Okay, but we've got other problems. There are other problems. Don't worry. This is a clear hex, and that's a problem, on the defense. It's only showing I kept clicking here thinking it wasn't showing me the full defense score. Unfortunately, it was. Oh no. 14. Well, that's not going to cut it. And I think Oh, yeah, yeah. I've got this division that I brought in, but as you can see, the Soviets have really massed right here. Now, we do have von Manstein's men here. So what I was thinking, I could take this division up here. This is a very good division. But I've got a okay division, 12,000. But boy, that looks weak. That's why I've got these Panzer Grenadiers here. I had actually brought this in. Okay, this is a clear hex. This is clear. Damn, we got knocked back. That's what that is. Uh, Vilnius, very defensible, 98. Here we've got almost 20,000 men, but again, we're in a clear hex. We're in very non-defendable hexes in this area. There just aren't a lot of good defensible hexes. Now, we were in some of them. There are some woods here. Like this is the heavy woods. I almost said deep woods. I almost said it, but they're heavy woods. Um, he kicked us out of there. What can I say? He kicked us out. Um, a bigger dog came on the porch. Let's see. These are all bad divisions. All right. I was going to try to sugarcoat it, but they're all pretty bad. But I think what I'm going to do with this, so we've got 34 on the TOE there, 27. I mean, these guys have gotten treated. They've gotten kicked about a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. I think this division has to go here, but we're going to have to move one of them first. Well, let's get the worst one out of the way, right? Let's put the worst one here for a moment. And then can he go to the reserves? No, he cannot. Not yet. Um, can we back him up one and then maybe get him to the whoop. Not you. Please do not send that back to the reserves. I definitely need you. Yes, we can get him back to the reserves. Now again, I'm trying not to put much back there, but when you've got a unit that's got 27 TOE, look, I could let him sit out here on the map till we empty the reserves, but we may as well put him back in the reserves and kind of do it in an orderly fashion. And I do know some of you disagree with that. That's fine. That's fine. That's what makes it fun. More than one person can play the game. 7988. Now I'm interested in this division because he's not. I was going to say he's not so bad off that we couldn't stack him with something to try to help, but I'm not sure if that's actually true. Let's bring this up here first. This division, he's got to go in there because we've got to hold this. If this crumbles, then adios Vilnius. God, that would be the name of a like an independent film or something. I'll show that at Sundance. Adios Vilnius. Okay, so this is Gustav Fenn, the very handsome Gustav Fenn. He is 7th Corps. He's going back to Walter Model. So let's put you in 7th Corps. All right, cool. Um, I could have put him under Rendulic, but I'm not sure if I want to stack him with something. And I think Rendulic, people have told me I mispronounce it, and I apologize if are like that is my great great uncle Luther Rendulic. I apologize. I should look that up. On Google now, you can type it in and it tells you exactly how to pronounce it. Don't ask me how I know that. This 125th ID 33. I mean, that just is not cutting it, gents. Um, I think he's got to go back too. He's not gonna. I mean, I get it. It's 6,800 men that we don't have otherwise, but they're just in such bad shape at this point. I think they've got to go elsewhere. We've got the Panzer Grenadiers there. We've got a Panzer division here, both on reserve. Um, what is he adding? Well, it says he's only adding 8. We do not have a fort level here, so I think he's gonna have to stay here, this guy here. And we're gonna have to put it under Gustav Fenn. Now I guess I could have put them both under Rendulic, 7th, but I'm gonna have to flip the other one over. All right, so let's put him in 7th Corps so we don't get a mismatch penalty. Look, Finn is not as good a general as Rendulic, but you know, we I I I was reticent to, I should have waited probably for the other unit and then put them both under Rendulic and he could have had all of this. Look, is the difference that great? Well, 7 morale, 6 infantry. Rendulic's like probably 8 and 8 maybe? Is that right? 8 and 7, 7 and 8? 8 and 8. Well, okay, there is a little bit of a difference. Let's just move on. That's what I like to do when I say something and then immediately prove myself wrong. Um, oh, we do have this Panzer Grenadier division down here. Now he could jump on the line with somebody for a turn. This is the one as I've said, I'm really worried about. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could get thrown into this battle because he's within 6 hexes and he's on reserve. So it's possible. It's possible. Dare to dream the impossible. No, it is possible. Um, Okay, well, let's keep going down the line. These guys, a 14 ain't going to do it. We've got the Panzer Division there, Panzer Grenadiers here, Panzer Grenadier there. They're all on reserve. So if that gets attacked again, they should hopefully jump in. This one even could. Well, hell, even this, no, this one can't because he can't be on reserve next to the Soviets. I've got this motorized division here. So basically, we're going to have to take at least 2 of these divisions, but probably more. Look at this. These guys rebuilt really nicely. 96 on that. Okay, let's take the first one. and we're going to put it. I'm not going to take him all the way here. I'm going to set him behind this Panzer Grenadier division because I am very worried about some of this holding. All right, so he goes there. Now we can't use these guys up too much. We've got one, two, three, four infantry divisions, but we've got to use at least two here, or sort of in this area. Speaking of which, why don't we just move backwards? Now there's six that from this center, right? All right. We've got Germans there, but I really think the Germans should probably be up here so the Hungarians can be in the light woods. Please tell me that's swamp. No, it's rough. That's fine. 11, I'll take that. 11,000. The armor got hit. 7,600, 9,700. Boy, none of this is pretty. This is all right. So we got one division that's moving up here into the Vilnius area. I've got him behind the Panzer Grenadiers in case they just overrun this position. I don't want him to be on the train and take bad losses there. I probably could even put him back even one more, but I think they'll have a hard time getting through these Panzer Grenadiers here and a full Panzer division there. So I don't. Well, let's just hope that doesn't happen. How about that? So we're down here. We've got the motorized on the line because we only have this Jaeger light division there, and this is actually a fairly good division. It's in the clear though. We're just having a hard time finding uh, great hexes to defend in this area other than Vilnius itself. We need to push out because you can see heavy woods. I mean, even light woods is going to be better than the clear, right? We had the heavy woods here. We got knocked out of that. So okay, well, we're going to give her a shot. Let's see what let's see what happens. We've got the motorized with that, kind of crappy division, but I want it to. I want to have just some men. I don't want to call them cannon fodder, but they're pretty much cannon fodder, so it doesn't get into the motorized quite as quickly for the losses. Um, Okay, well this looks like a good hex to defend. What do we have here? This is light woods. Well, not as good as I thought, but it's showing a 36 because this is actually well, boy, it's giving us better than I would suspect. That 36, it's in a level 3 fort. Okay, I'll take it. Now this is heavy woods. This division, not a good division, not really. But it's in the heavy woods. It's building a fort level here. Now that's a big Soviet formation there. We got a big Soviet formation there. I mean, all of this is kind of, I think we probably need to go get another division, put it on the train, and get it up in this area because this is going to need help at some point. But as I said, I need a couple here. Well, we were moving backwards, so let's do that. When I paused there for a second, we were moving backwards. Now I had talked about potentially giving up Stock for sure. Now there's still a level 3 fort there for goodness sakes. We could even put Hungarians in there, I guess, if we really wanted to. Let's get off the train movement. Um, I could put the cavalry in there in a level 3 fort and then do what I really want to do, which is to give up this level 3 fort. Boo. I hate to do that, but we're going to step back into these heavy woods. All right, so we give up a level 3 fort in heavy woods. Why in the world would I do that? Well, I think we've got to get the Hungarians into swamp here, and that's kind of what I was gonna, get at. Yeah, the rough is great. Let's put him back in the rough. He shows 11 there. If he comes back here, he's an 8. Well, we're in swamp there. Okay, I think that works actually. This unit is completely decimated. And I don't mean it in the Roman sense, 1 out of every 10. I mean, this is like 9 out of every 10. Let's take him and put him. Can I not put him back in the reserves from here? Hold on, let's undo that. Let's have him go here. I mean, he's only got 339 men, for goodness sakes. I could put him in the other light division. Let's just do that. Let's just merge the two of them. They're both, in bad shape. That's fine. We put them together. Um, I don't really care with the Hungarians so much. His defensiveness here in Bali stock is showing as 12. Well, okay, I'll take that. I guess I will keep the rough and we'll do it in kind of a really strange looking form. Oh, I know why I was going to do that now. Little do do. Well, you could say why give up that level 3 fort then if we're not going to if that's okay. Well, I got it. I unfortunately caused him a little fatigue there. It's not a whole lot. 18. His combat prep points went down. What I was gonna do is bow back like this, but I don't think we have to. Um, he's in the rough, right? Right. Hold on. Come on, tooltip. Yeah, he's in the rough. Let's put him up here. Now that is a, huge Soviet formation. So they're going to get hurt. I already know that, but I think okay, this is 9700. Let's have him help there. This help there, and we'll try to hold this one more turn if we can. So we're showing a 10 there and a 21 there. Well, I don't think that's enough to hold, for any length of time, but maybe it'll buy us a little time. This is a clear hex. Is he on a clear hex? I'm looking at the Hungarian. Okay, everything there's fine. He can go on. Oh, he's completely unready. Well, shiitake mushrooms. Um, Okay, he's going to stay there. I guess ideally maybe he would be up here on reserve. I mean, they're just going to pile through here if we don't do something about that. 16,000 men there. So let's get these guys, at least one division up into this sector. Now, I don't dare put him there, I don't think. What is this? Light woods, light woods. I think we have heavy woods there, and we know we've got swamp there. All right, these guys are probably going to get blasted out, but I think if I bring this guy all the way here, will they be able to get in the light woods is the question the next turn. Well, let's put him there. Let's put that division there. Um, we've got a problem there, certainly. We could potentially expand up north. So I guess I'm going to have to go all the way down to the Crimea and work backwards because I think we could maybe expand north. All right, you were on the ships, you get off the ships. Now you're on the move, buddy. We've got the 21st ID coming up here. All right. He's going to take the place on the line here. He can go into the 62nd reserve. All right. There we go. Okie dokie. They've built some strength here, but I think with what I moved before, we've got enough to hold for now. For now, I don't want to oversell it again, but I think we do. We've got Corne out here. We've got the Mountain Romanian Corps that's got a few divisions now. Okay, fine, done. Um, then we come down here to 34th Corps. 34th Corps, again, has been holding Odessa for quite some time under Grossner. 7 morale, 7 on the infantry. We'll take it. I don't know that there's a whole lot we need to do here. I mean, this field division could get out of here. When I say not a whole lot to do, I mean, we need a full new division in there because I don't like the looks of that. What else could we put in there? We could put the Slovaks in um, and take the field division out. I think that's what I'll do. I mean, the Slovaks, of course, you don't necessarily want the motorized in the urban area, but it's a much stronger force. I just don't want to get in a situation here where we lose Odessa and it's like, oh, damn. All right. I mean, it's still an X, but I think that's stronger. Then we have the field division. Oh, that was completely on unready. Oh, okay. Fine. I'm just going to leave it sitting here. We've got the Hungarian armor on reserve right behind town, and also backing up these Romanians. Well, one Romanian division, one German division. These guys are both under 30th Corps. This is the finely coiffed Herman Breath, or Breath, if you would prefer. Okay, he's got these divisions. That's fine. He's 10 out of 10. Yeah, there's a Romanian division in there. That's right. I split. We've got one German division, one Romanian division. None of that seems tenable in the long haul, but that's how we're going to have to go after it for right now, anyway. Then we come down the line. These guys are now in 41st Panzer Corps, and that includes a field division again on the line. I mean, some of this is a little bit more of a wreck than I thought. 5th Mountain, 62nd ID. Okay, well, they're holding. It's all level 3 forts, thank God. These are all in 44th Corps. Um, this is Robert Martinek. Always wears his hat. All right, so Martinek in control there. What is this? Oh, fourth Corps. Okay, what is that? Well, it's a command. I was looking at it. It didn't. I didn't see the HQ. This is Hase 8-7. I like that. He's over here on the road. Let's move it. Well, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We could move him over one. We've got these two Panzer divisions in reserve right behind the line, and hell, this one could get one, two, three, four, five, six. He could get all the way over here potentially. This one could get all the way over, but I want him to cover this side. You know, one, two, three, four, five. You know, he could get all the way over here. As a matter of fact, I should probably just double stack these here. I want them split up in case something breaks through. We've got Romanian cavalry behind the line there. Whoop-de-doop-de. 4 of 10 here on von Vettengoff's 46th Panzer Corps, just these two. Um, it's interesting. We've got those two Panzer divisions. I've been thinking about what we want to do with them, and it's not clear to me yet. I guess I'll figure it out as we go. What do we have over here? Well, we've got Romanians and we've got Italians. Dogs and cats can live together. Um, that Romanian division is not bad, but obviously we've got to get something else in here at some point. Now, of course, this is across the river, and we've got zone of control from multiple divisions here. This is a pretty good division. This one, we've got one pretty good division, one not so good division. This is a good division on a level 3. Refurb there, refurb there. We've got one Romanian, one German division here. Now that goes to a 49. That Romanian could probably swing, and I'm not talking about an Eastern European nightclub. He could probably come over here. Uh, because I mean, this Italian, I mean, this group's not doing jack diddly squat, as the kids call it. All right, so we've got Fourth Panzer there. We've got 17th Panzer here in reserve with 113 Panzers, or at least AFVs. 48th is here. Now he's slightly overstacked. Can we give somebody here then to Reinhardt? This is Freder Pico, Mr. Freder Pico. He's 11 of 10, but he kind of has to take that, right? Um, that's 41st. That's 46. Well, I guess that's not true. One, two, three, four, five. He could go there, and Fort's only at 19 of 30. So let's give that to 46th Panzer Corps. It's going to look a little strange considering you have another Panzer Corps right there, but that's okay. We've done a lot of things that look strange in this game. 46th Panzer Corps. Okay, he's going to turn a lovely shade of pink. Um, 14,000 there, 15,000 there, 11 and 14. But one of these is Romanian, and this is a tough place to defend. I feel like it's a clear hex. Now it is a level 3 fort. But I really would prefer that was behind the river. I mean, I guess I could make that happen, but I don't want to give up the fort level, so I'll just wait until we potentially get shoved back. I mean, there's 16,000 there, but we do have a very strong motorized, 16th motorized right behind here. We've got a motorized here. Those guys are on reserve. I mean, we've got a lot of things behind here, but is it enough? Well, I don't know. I'll let you decide. Let the audience decide. 383rd, 321st. We've got Kempf, which is slightly overstacked actually. Um, hmm, 31 of 30. I think sixth is at 27 of 30. Well, interesting. What does he have? He's got 11 of 10, and he goes to Kempf, so that's the one to move. And well, we just unoverstacked him. Is that a word? I don't know. It's close enough. I'm not going to do it for 1 point. I'd sit here for 15 minutes trying to figure that out. First Romanian's there. Eighth Romanian is here. They're on reserve. Now, I could take something I feel like and get over here and help. Um, one of these Romanian divisions. We've got a bunch of Romanian corps back here. Third Romanian Army, Fifth Corps. That's Kempf. Okay. We've got a corps here that's got nothing to do. Who's this fine fellow? That's Vincenz Mula. That's a widow's peak. Eddie Munster out here on the front. 16, 16, 15. Damn, that all. I mean, relatively speaking, that made me go from 6 to 12. 14,595 in reserve here. The Netherlands. Okay, I mean, all of this looks not great, but not terrible. Now we're 94 there because we're defending the rough. Um, and this is not Augusta National. 8,000, 8,800. I mean, that's not enough. Those are Romanian mountain divisions that are at half strength. Well, no, maybe not half strength. 78. I stand corrected. And 87. No, that's as good as they get. I was looking at the manpower. I'm glad I looked at the TOE. They're a little better than I thought. 50 seconds here. And then we've also got a Panzer Corps here, including 22nd Panzer Division, 2nd Panzer Division, all on reserve there. Okay, so let's back up for a second and say, where do we need help? You may say everywhere, but let's talk about critical help. We need help. I did get German divisions in here, but we've got Romanians on very important spots here. We've got, this. I don't even know what to call that with Italian motorized stacked with Romanian infantry. It's the island of misfit toys over there. Um, well, that's gonna have to probably stay the way it is. I wish he was behind the river. That's a clear hex. It's 0. If I move this armor up 1, it can start to build the fort level. Turn that back to reserve. That can start to build the fort level, and then eventually maybe he can step back behind the river. I mean, he's doing okay. It's 14,000 men in a level 3 fort, but it's just like woods. He's not protected by a river, the best I can see. He is in Cherkov. Okay. I mean, it's representing a 30. Now, this guy is behind the river, so that's good. 385th, you can see the river, a river runs through it. I think I already made my Brad Pitt joke, so I won't do that again. I guess I kind of just did. 4th Panzer is there. These guys are strong. Now, they just kind of rolled off the line. So these 3 Panzer divisions, incredibly strong. They're the linchpin of the defense into Lvov. I probably could call this something similar, but if he busts into Odessa, hold on. I mean, Odessa's 16 points. It's not the end of the game or something, but I really feel like that would be a huge moral blow to me. Moral? No, morale. But now we're talking morals. How did we get on religion? Well, I'm praying. That's probably why. Here is 59th Corps. That's Golnick, 7 and 7. That's not his drink of choice. Let's see, 14, 9, 15, 14, 60. Okay, so we've got almost 20,000 men there in a level 3 fort. This is a swamp with 14. Okay, so we dressed out this line about as well as, I mean, it's about as good as we can get it at this point. This is really nice. So we run from here, we run. I think the town is a swamp. Yeah, Dubno. What a beautiful place. When when the all the square mileage of your town is listed as a swamp. I bet you the mosquitoes there are the size of pterodactyls. Okay, so we go. This is rough, right? Yeah. Okay, rough. This is clear. Okay, so this isn't great, but we've got panzers in the area, right? Then we go rough, swamp, 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 swamp. This sounds like a rap song. Swamp, swamp, swamp. Um, this is light woods, which isn't great, but he's in a level 3 fort. He's a refurb division. We've got a motorized sitting directly behind him. So if we can't hold that, well, we've got huge problems anyway. Heavy woods here, and then we get to the other Hungarians. They actually throw up a much better defense here. You know, you're talking 25,000 men, let's say it. They're all on refit, which doesn't make any sense because they can't refit. Ready, ready, ready. Ready Player One. Ready? When did I turn all those to refit? Gosh. So he's in a swamp. I say he, I mean, the formation's in a swamp. These three divisions are in a swamp. Then we get here 86-36. Hells bells, is that dangerous? That is not a good division. Um, and we've got to make some choices. Now, I could take another division either near Vilnius and try to continue to dress out this line. I could put another one, kind of in this area, which is under heavy assault. Now, at least we've got 12,000 men in there. We've got this little light division. We had to bring the motorized here. Actually, though, so this is 14,000. This is 12,000. This 6,000 could do something more productive, I feel like. Even though he'd have to get out of this level 3 fort. What do we have here? 10 and 10, 14, 13 and 6, so 20 total. That is not good. But we've got the Panzer Division behind it. We've got to get these guys replaced. We've got to get these guys replaced. Well, that kind of answers one of my questions. So let's throw this guy on a train, and we'll put two divisions up here, two completely almost full strength divisions up here. Um, I didn't want to use that many. I mean, I need to send something to the south always. Now, where is that guy that's got frickin' 8,000 men? 10,000's not you. It's you. Oh, wow. That's not good. Right by a super depot, too. Now, we're behind rivers. We're in a level 3 fort, but it is a clear hex. Man, oh man, oh man. We've got to get a division there. Can we actually get one here off the train and there? Is that possible? Well, I don't know. We're going to send this division in here. Turn him to move. Oh, we can get in there. Oh, for the love of Tampa St. Pete, that makes me happy. Wow. Okay. Okay. I really didn't think he could get there. 52nd Corps. Excelente. My Spanish is about as good as my German, believe me. Now, we've got one more division to dole out. And where do we send it? I think we got to send this one all the way down here, potentially in here. Matter of fact, I need to move this headquarters, I think. I didn't want him to be on the train. Now undo that. That was silly. You move there. Now we can't get him any further. I'd probably like him to be, in that area. We've got more coming out of the reserve, a lot more coming out of the reserves next time too. We still have two Panzer divisions also. Um, let's bring him in here behind the Panzer division. So if this gets overrun or something, uh, he doesn't get wiped. Um, Tell you what, I know this is a little bit shorter of an episode, but I want to get back to my wife. I'm going to leave it here. When we come back next time, we've got to still put these two Panzer divisions out, but that at that point, I think we're about ready to turn the turn. And I want to turn this next one with you guys because I know there's going to be, bodies flying everywhere, and it's always more fun to watch it with you guys. Not that it's fun to, see our army completely blown up, but well, it's more fun when you guys get to watch it with me too. So anyway, this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. Thank you to everyone for all the kind wishes and happy thoughts. I really appreciate it. First time dad here. I'm pretty excited, and hopefully next time I talk to you, I'll show you the little tyke. Well, I don't know if I'll go that far. I want to keep her likeness out. We don't want her to get too famous too fast. Anyway, you guys are the best. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Strategy Gaming Dojo out.